Hi everyone, my name is Brett Blackburn and I have some more channeled messages from my light beings. These are two different messages from February of 2024. So they begin. You are one with the nature of all souls. It is in your nature to prepare others for what is about to happen. The time has come. It is near when the divine light comes into a form of precipitation. I like that word choice, precipitation. It was like we're being showered from above in some way. This light guides your planet to the next sequence of planetary evolution. Your role is to be an active participant in this process. They're talking to all of us. You are all meant to take part in this divine plan. It is for you. It is for all. We have been working behind the scenes to roll out this plan of nature. Nature is an element. Nature is what it is. It cannot change. It cannot lose itself. It always is, regardless of the changes that come through. It is time for you all to get back to your true nature, who you are. The divine plan of evolution will change all that is and bring a higher level of awareness to all. You will not see it coming. It will not be expected by many. Others will feel the light slowly approaching from an inner sense of knowing, but not by sight. Its alchemical reaction will be felt by the masses. I like that word choice too, the alchemical. It's a seemingly magical process of transformation, creation, or combination. The senses you all have will become brighter, and your sense of knowing will be sharper. You will see the light when it is close, but the reverie mustn't be felt until you become one with it. I had to look up reverie. Reverie is a state of being pleasantly lost in one's thoughts, like a daydream. So you will see the light when it is close, but the reverie mustn't be felt until you become one with it. You are all enlightened souls, but your nature is evolving. Your true nature is always as it is, but you are evolving as a human, as a species. This great change awaits you in the spring, a season of gratitude for all that is being received. The spring brings the time when all will change for the better, a drop in time held in space forever. A moment, a dewdrop, suspended in time and space. The moment it all changed. This is upon you now. So I love that they're saying that this is happening in spring, but when it comes to timelines, I don't hold timelines that spirits tell me to tightly because their sense of time is slightly different than ours. But if this is happening in the spring, it's very exciting and it would be really cool. So they continue. Greatness is rising from the earth. The earth and her vibration are changing forever. The hurdles that she has had to go through are getting smaller. And so I started asking them, I keep hearing that there's all these different, like this light that's coming to the planet and all these magical, wonderful things, and our expansion is changing and things are going to change forever. But then I also get this information of we are kind of going into some harder times where there's going to be struggle and upheaval and uprisal and, you know, stuff like that. And so I was trying to ask them how this is all happening at once, or if one is happening before the other, or one is bringing or igniting the other. So that's what that's what I'm asking. So they say, we wish to speak of the transformative times that shape your world and species for the best. There will be a time when the masses will struggle. It has been part of the earth for very long. People will now be choosing more consciously how big they want their hurdles to be, or if they even choose to do hurdles at all. I kind of like that. And because it sounds like people are coming into their powers to be able to choose more consciously, which has also been a theme that I've been hearing, that we're coming more into, and I think they talk about this later, that we're just kind of coming into more of being able to choose and allow ourselves to choose more. And I think also with this, you know, what's going to happen first and how are we going through this struggle at the same time as this beautiful light is coming. The other thing I was maybe thinking was that that as this light comes and we're coming through, I mean, we're starting to expand our consciousness and like that, if we go with it and if we allow it and we go with the flow and we're able to let go of the things that no longer serve us or that we don't need any longer, that as long as we go with the flow, it's easy and it flows and the light can flow through us in a sense. But if you push against it and you resist, then it becomes harder. So, because that's a theme that has also come up over the years of them talking about this light. So that's something to keep in mind as well. Okay, the next adventure that is arising and awaits you all will bring you into the next stages of divinity. Your divinity is your nature. You are divine. The collective consciousness is about to explode, and a new awareness of what is will be. It will be brought to you. It will be absorbed by all, and the singularity of motion will be present no longer. It is a time when all will come together to connect to the one in all of you, the light within you, you. So I think what they mean by the singularity of motion is us all moving in one direction and one motion with no thought and I don't know if I want to say mindlessness or just the rhythm people can get into without even thinking and just kind of going with it without any really intention or divine intention in a sense, just going through the motions. That it sounds like that is starting to come to an end and that people will be making more conscious choice in their own individual lives, but as collectively as well. They say, please pay attention. So when the guides talk, they don't really talk in a way that says you should do this or you should do that, but they want us to be conscious of things around us. So they say, please pay attention to the you within that is trying to speak, trying to express, trying to communicate something with you. Because they're definitely trying to say that, which I agree with, that, you know, there's a deeper part of you, your intuition, your deeper information, your knowledge, there's always something trying to communicate to you. And now is the time to get more in touch with that and to listen and take action, like I always say. And also be aware of what you believe without using your own inner compass. Listen to yourself and support others with a similar mission. Your support for others is often exactly what they need. You have the ability to be the divine support another needs. You will not lose yourself in this process, but rather gain a deeper sense of who you are. And I think this is such a great reminder of how we connect to others with similar intentions, similar vibrations, similar desires, and how we are here to help support each other. And by doing that, it not only supports others, but it supports our own selves, our own divine creation, and is able to share more of that energy out into the world to everybody else. So yeah, they end with, it was a pleasure sharing our words with you today. We will come again, sharing the light and the love. So that was the end of one reading. And then a few days later, this other message comes through, also still February 2024. This message to the world is what we speak of today. It is in our glory and satisfaction that we bring you the news of the light coming. Again, always talking about this light coming. There will be planes that fly over and changes in the sky of the earth, the ground, and the atmosphere. I'm not really sure what they mean by planes, but we are happy to report this will be in your soon days, the days you wish them to be. In your favor, you too shall be pleasantly surprised of the outcomes that it brings. Many blessings to your planet, many beings to cherish and bathe in their light of existence. You too shall be part of this. You too shall witness the glory of the passing of time, which was not in your favor. And so I think what they mean by that is that we're letting go of a timeline that has not been in our favor, not really truly helping us, not really supporting us. And we're coming into a new one that's working more for us and with us. The light changes the opportunities. There will be a time when time stops briefly and the miraculous will appear. The transcendence of your people will arrive, and a glorious sight to see. They keep saying this word transcendence in the last few channelings. Transcendence, like we'll be transcending. You will have time to feel, time to truly experience the living, the loving of the life in front of you. You will be among the heavens and the heavens among you. There will be an altar that remains of the previous times to be remembered, but many will forget how it was before the time shift. Others will never forget. And then, so their example is funny. It's like, they say, it's a piece in time, like a slice of pizza that somebody takes a slice out of and eats it and then tries to put the pizza back together as if no slice was ever taken out. That's kind of what they were showing me in my mind. So that was funny. So time will pass as time does, and you will be all changed forever. There will be an uprising that takes place in your great nation too. And sometimes they use the word nation not how we use it as far as a country, but more of like a group of people or a species when they're talking about us, like as a nation of like our world or human world. There will be an upheaval and unrest to then settle once again. These times will be grave for some, and others will be safe in the midst of their homes. Some will participate locally, some in the powers of their minds. We are all doing our part to create the change. And so what they're saying is that we all participate and help in our own way. Some people are actually helping on the physical, kind of on the ground, if you will. And then some people are really helping just by being themselves and sharing their energy, their information out to the world. Some people are just sending healing in their own minds. So people all help in different ways. And I feel like that's a good concept too. I think with all the things that are going on in the world, I think some of us tend to feel bad that they can't help in a certain way, or if they can't help monetarily, or if they can't be there, or they can't provide in some way, but we all provide in our own ways, and we can all help with the healing, even in our own minds and our own, the energy that we share out into the world. Okay, so I also asked if there would be another lockdown of sorts. This is kind of a question that I tend to ask once in a while. What we wish to express about a lockdown is there may be another encounter of the previous kind of fear that rules your earth. The type of fear that spreads to the people, the kind that infiltrates the minds and appearances of people. Not knowing who to trust, fear creeping inside of them. This will not last long, but there will be another upheaval of your rights and freedoms. This will come to an end, as it always does, and you will be better suited for the times ahead. So interesting. You will be... They sometimes like to, they don't, like the light beings don't really like to get into the nitty gritty of exactly what's going to happen or what's going to happen in politics or society or our culture, and like the nitty gritty earthly, stuff. They really like to keep it a little bit more high vibration, which I appreciate. You will be creating a new environment where the people are no longer the puppets. The people are no longer the ties that hold the bonds. So it sounds like what they're saying is that we are allowing or keeping ourselves bound to what has been, or to people who put us in a position where we feel bound, but we have the ability to rise up and raise our vibrations and shift all of this. And it seems like that's what's coming into our near future. Okay, so your belief systems and who you trust will change. I think they mentioned this a couple months ago too. The light will bring conflict upon many who do not agree with what is being said, and one will be part of the master plan to bring about change. Many will change, many will not, but all are being given the opportunity for uprisal. And what they mean by uprisal is more of like a internal rising up within ourselves, an opportunity to raise our vibrations. And so what I also got from this is that as this light is coming to our planet, it's it's available to everybody. It's not going to miss anyone. You can't miss it. It's coming through you. But kind of like what I was saying before with, if you allow it and you go with the flow, you can really expand through it and allow it to expand through you, and things will feel a lot easier. But if you resist it, things might feel a little harder. Okay, so each and every one of you is given the opportunity of a lifetime, an opportunity to change your ways, moments of self-reflection, moments of peace and clarity. You are being given a chance to rediscover your truest self and your expression of it, yourself. Take these moments and very deeply resonate with the opportunity without fear or judgment, knowing no one else knows what you're doing. Meaning, you are not being watched. Therefore, you do not need to defend your actions or choices of the past. And, I kind of like that they went into this, because I think so many people hold on to things and choices and actions and words that they've done or said in the past. And sometimes it's more out of like a human defensiveness, like, oh, I did this because so-and-so, and like they're reminding us that no one in your everyday life, most of the time, nobody's watching. You don't have to be in that defensiveness. You want to be able to move forward from that and be able to kind of move into this next level of just allowing a new way of being to come through you, if that makes sense. You only need to grow into who it is you want to be, who it is you truly are. And so it's like they're saying to let go of these old identities that you have been. Just because you've made a certain decision or said something or done something in the past, it doesn't mean that's who you are. You only need to grow into who it is you want to be and to focus on that. And that's who you truly are. You are given these opportunities on a daily basis. They are around you all the time, at every moment. You choose who you are today in this moment. I think that's a really good reminder. And it's all, again, they start bringing up this choice. It's you who gets to choose all of this. So they ask, are you in your truth? If you are not, you can be. It is up to you. Be your truth. Seek your truth. You are the light within that glows through you. Be this, touch this, feel this, embody this. This is your light. This is you. This is love. You are in for a long journey. Grave times ahead soon. And you have reached the time when things will go a bit topsy-turvy. And they say, going through the washer and the dryer. They laugh. So challenging times ahead. But you are strong. It's important to keep your heads on straight, as you say. Keep in alignment with your truth. Don't be bogged down by others. And they say, and again, they gave another time in here, which again, see if it resonates with you and don't hold it too tightly, but they say March is when things get tousled. Focus on the road ahead without getting pulled into the nonsense among the others. March brings turmoil and triumph. We gain support at the end of the month. For the times ahead will be frustrating, but keep your heads above the water. I think that's the third time they were talking about your heads. Keep your head on straight. Keep your head above the water. Something else too. Maybe that doesn't mean anything. I don't know. Yeah. Okay. So no matter what they say, you know your truth. Do not give in to the beliefs that want you to fail. The people of your world will try to be the same, but they will not be able to be. I think this is kind of the part too where like that light that's coming in, if certain people want to stay and not change and not let go, that's going to be their choice. But this is the time to embrace these new changes that are coming. And it's going to feel easier if you do that. So people of your world will try to be the same, but they will not be able to be. This is kind of interesting. There is a mirror in the sky coming to open and engage with them. This mirror is to help them see the light and see the truths of this world. This mirror will be a reflection of what is truly happening. Light bulbs will go off in the minds of your people. They will see the truth within themselves and the truth in others. And so it kind of like the visual that I was getting was like this mirror, in the sky, right? It's reflective. It allows you to actually see the truth. But mirrors are also glass in some way, and you can see through them. And so they continue that you will all be able to see through now. The mirror, they say, the mirrors are clean. They once were foggy. And they say there is a reflection point and a refraction point. And they were showing me this visual of, when you hold up a mirror and light can bounce off of it and you can kind of shine it in another direction or, in somebody's eyes. I wrote, it can be a signal to others when you shine a light in one direction. So it's like, it's that point where the light comes in and then it bounces off to somebody else. And so they were saying that there's a reflection point and a refraction point. And I forgot what refraction point is. So I had to look it up. And it's that point where, I wrote it down. The bending of light rays as they pass from one medium to another. So it's the bending of light in one direction and having it go in the other direction. So maybe the mirror's being held up to shine this light in new ways and in new directions, maybe lighting the new way. Okay, so they continue just a little bit more. A time and space or a space and time, whichever you prefer, that brings about an awareness of the change. You will be ready for what is about to hit your planet. Be the change you want to see in the world. They say this a lot. Be the change you want to see in the world. The world expands through each one of you. There are many worlds being created in everyone, and these worlds grow bigger around you. It's like, it kind of seemed like we're all creating this world inside of us. We live it, we experience it, we embody it, and then we kind of share and glow that energy, that world out into the world, and then that energy grows bigger. So they're kind of saying, like, be conscious of what world you're creating inside, not only for your own health and happiness and perspective and expansion, but it's also what you're shining out into the world. Okay, so they say, which world do you want to live in? That is the one you want to create in the world within, as this is the world that you will experience in you and around you. These worlds grow larger and larger and become the worlds in which others live and interact with. And so what I also got from that is that, some of us, we all consciously or subconsciously pick up on other people's vibrations, other people's energy, and that's what draws us to people and pushes us away from people as well. And so it's a reminder that the energy, the vibration that you are holding and creating inside of you, that's what you are reflecting to the world, and that's what is being mirrored to others. So just remember that. Okay, so because that world is what other people interact with you. Okay, which world are you creating today? Create the world within yourself that you want to live in and share with others. You can be in a world of hurt within, or you can reframe that world into something better. It's your choice. This is what so many of you have been working on. It is how to move into a new world within yourself, and a new world of divine presence. You are what you eat, you are what you think, you are what you believe, you are what you choose to be. It is all about choice right now. What do you choose is one of the greatest questions to ask yourself. It is an empowering one that leads you to living the life you truly want. You can leave it up to chance or give your power away by asking someone else what you should do, but try going within and asking what you want and committing yourself to that decision with all of your heart. And I feel like this is a really good point. So I feel like so many people And also people that call me for, psychic readings. They ask me, well, what should I do? What should I do? What should I do? And so often when I'm asking spirit this question for them, they're always like, well, what do you want to do? Which is kind of frustrating at times, right? But it's a good reminder. Then they'll give more information, of course, too. But it's a good reminder that it's more powerful for you to go within, ask yourself what you want, what you desire, what really your inner being and body wants, because it gives your power away when you're leaving it up to chance, or when you're asking somebody else, what should I do? What should I do? And so it's a really good time to be in that empowerment. Because that's what it seems like all of us are kind of coming into this collective choice right now. Okay. You too are in transference. Again, they use that word again. No, is that the word? No, they said transcendence before. You too are in transference. You can transfer your light and energy and desires to the world. You are a creator in your power, and you can create your world within and without. Meaning, when I say without, you can create your world within yourself, but when they say without, they mean like your outer world. Be present with yourself every day. Give time to yourself to go within and listen to your inner heart. What is it whispering to you today? You have messages that want to be heard. Listen. Thank you for listening to us today. We are here for you. We present our thanks to you. So that was a long one, yes. But yeah, so a lot of choice, a lot of empowerment, a lot of just allowing yourself to go with the flow. So yeah, I hope these messages were helpful for you today, and we'll see if anything happens in the springtime. I hope so. And again, like always, let me know if you have any questions, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.